Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chrysocast, and welcome to the Chrysocast, where I talk about whatever, whenever. So, a lot has happened since the last time I talked to all of you, and I'm going to cover them one by one. First things first, I wanted to talk about a hurricane that hit Hawaii recently. This hurricane was Hurricane Lala. Now the biggest thing about this hurricane was that it was the first hurricane to directly hit Hawaii since 1871. That is a long time. This was also, at its max power, it was a Cat 4. This was also the hurricane that caused 3 fatalities. There's been 3 fatalities recorded as a result. There was a flash flood. There was a lot of stuff going on. I don't live in Hawaii, unfortunately, but I can safely say that as someone who has been through a lot of hurricanes where I am, my heart goes out to everyone in Hawaii right now. They didn't need to go through all this. I'm so sorry to everyone. And I would just like to say that if any people are hurt or confused or without power and need some time, just stick together. Stick together. Don't panic. Don't throw a hurricane party. Just stick together and survive the aftermath. Everything is going to be okay, guys. Heart goes out to Hawaii. And unfortunately, as much as I'd like to get into more enlightening news, I have another dark topic to talk about. Unfortunately, I want to give a little tribute to Hayden Panettiere, who passed away recently on August 16th of 2026. It is August 20th right now, and it is 8:44 p.m. at the time of talking. It's been 4 days. A cause of death has not been listed. Hayden Panettiere was best known for her role as Kairi and Xion in Kingdom Hearts. She was also known as Claire Bennett on Heroes, the NBC superhero series. She was Kirby Reed in the horror franchise Scream. She played a lot of roles, a lot of notable good roles. And it's a shame that her life had to come to a tragic end like this at the age of 36. Right now, I would like to give a short 10-second moment of silence for Hayden. Thank you. Okay, now let's get on to a more enlightening topic. Okay, something a bit more happy. I want to talk a little bit about Fortnite. Fortnite came out with Season 7, Chapter 4. I talked about this last podcast. I'm talking about it again. I played a little bit of it today, and I can safely say that it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It was so much fun. Green Hill Zone, fun to explore. You can find various chows on the island. Going fast is a lot of fun, especially with the dash panels. I did not manage to get a victory royale just yet, but me and a friend, we both grinded in an island to get ourselves some XP for the battle pass. So that helps. I'm currently level 11 on the battle pass. I'm hoping to get it a little bit higher, but we'll see what happens after that. For anyone who hasn't tried this pass yet, this might be one of Fortnite's biggest passes since the one with Family Guy, in my opinion. This might be one of their biggest wins. So I recommend giving it a shot. Now I want to quickly touch upon what's happening with Grand Theft Auto 6. Last time we talked, I talked about how exciting it was and how it's getting a reveal soon. A lot has happened since we last talked. The game has had a lot of leaks. So much footage by a hacker by the name of CyberLeak. They have hacked into the game. They have presumably a playable build, and there has been gameplay footage that has leaked. thanks to this podcast, I cannot talk directly about what was in the leaks, nor can I show it to all of you, and I refuse to. So, what I will say, in general terms, it looks good. I think it is going to be a fun game. I don't know if I'll be able to play it right away, but it definitely looks like a lot of fun. Will it be the greatest hit since sliced bread? Well, obviously, it's going to sell a lot. It's GTA 6, but there might be some changes here and there, but we'll find out sooner or later. Now, I wanted to also talk about what's going on a little bit at length about myself, because since the first episode I didn't talk too much. I want to talk a little bit about myself on this episode. So, first off, hi. I wanted to share a couple of my favorite things because I felt it was necessary to talk about it that much. First thing, I am a big Mario fan. I love Nintendo. I like Nintendo a lot. I have since the Super Nintendo Entertainment System came out, the SNES, if you want to call it that. That's one of my all-time favorite gaming systems. My first game ever was, according to my mom, Candyland, but I don't believe that. I believe my first game was Super Mario All-Stars. And it was a lot of fun. Trust me, going back to it, it feels like a nostalgia trip every single time. After that, there was more games that came out that I learned about, like PGA Tour for SNES. Then later on, I discovered the PlayStation 1, and I got to play some PS1 games. Some that were good for me, and some that shouldn't be good for me. It's also where I discovered Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. It's also where I discovered games like Pandemonium, Gex, various other things. Surprisingly, being 30 years old, you would think that I grew up with the Nintendo 64, probably as a young kid. I did not. I actually never owned a Nintendo 64. I did get to play it eventually, but I never owned one. And I don't have one now. I have played some Nintendo 64 games, and I can safely say if I grew up in that era, I probably would have been floored and probably would have been spoiled. So, kind of glad I started out very simple. There was a bit of a gap where I played nothing but PlayStation games for a while. Yeah, when the PS2 came out, I played a lot of PS2 games. I can name quite a few: Flat Out 2, Hot Shots Golf, Hot Shots Golf 3, Hot Shots Golf 4, which is arguably the best Hot Shots Golf game. Fight me on that. Some of the Grand Theft Auto games. Yeah, I know, crazy. Ratchet and Clank, a lot, all the Ratchet and Clank games. Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, 3, Deadlocked, and yes, even Size Matters, which I've heard is very bad, and I've played it. It's okay, but I don't know how to necessarily feel about it. I think out of every single entry, Ratchet Deadlocked is probably my favorite. More games like Jak and Daxter. I played Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, and I don't know how I lived up to that point. I guess I must have tolerated a lot. I basically played a lot of PlayStation 2 games growing up. And it was a lot of fun. Some PlayStation 1 games I also played were, I actually never grew up with Klonoa Door to Phantomile, but I did grow up playing, what was it? I think it was, Tetris Plus. A lot of people would say Tetris Plus is kind of underrated. I consider it underrated. It is a fun puzzle game. It's a lot of fun for Tetris, although it's based on an arcade game. But it's okay for what it is. It could be a lot worse. But then again, it was just all that stuff and more. Next thing I guess I should mention is that there was another gap where I actually played I got a GameCube when I was younger. Probably, I think it was either 2001 or Christmas 2004. It's one of those two. But I got some GameCube games. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour was one of them. I actually never got to play Super Mario Sunshine, but I do have a funny story. See, in elementary school, when I grew up, my mom always got me a video game as a reward for my good grades. I like to get good grades a lot. So I guess that means I did well in school, huh? But some of the games I got were Super Smash Bros. Melee, F-Zero GX, Luigi's Mansion, those games. But I want to talk about Smash Bros. Melee for a second because when I got that game, surprisingly, I knew next to nothing about the other Nintendo characters other than Kirby, probably Mario, and Pikachu. I didn't know who Link was. I didn't know who Captain Falcon was. I didn't even know who Zelda. I didn't even know who Ness was. I didn't know any of them. I was clueless. It wasn't until years later where I found them out, and to this day, I look back upon myself and say, man, these characters were kind of cool. But I didn't know who Fox was either, and Fox turned out to be the best character in the game, so I can't really argue against that. But yeah, I grew up playing those a lot. I also got a Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Advance SP. I actually lost my Game Boy Advance in my dad's doctor's office. I never found it. I lost the game with it. But then I got a Game Boy Advance SP, and it made up for everything. Then I sold it. I'm an idiot. Then I got a Nintendo DS, an original Nintendo DS. Then a Nintendo DS Lite. Then I got a Nintendo DSi. And then towards the launch of it, I got a Nintendo 3DS, and I got it at launch. I actually remember going to a GameStop, and I had pre-ordered it, and I was like, I want this. I want this system, the Nintendo 3DS. It was in a I think it was Cosmic Black. Yeah, Cosmic Black. And that was all they had. They didn't have the blue that I wanted. But looking back, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But the 3 games I got for it were Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, Super Monkey Ball 3D, and Nintendogs Plus Cats. Out of all 3 of those, my favorite had to be Street Fighter, because Super Monkey Ball 3D was super duper simple, and looking back on it, it's probably not the best Monkey Ball game out there. Super simple. Nintendogs Plus Cats, which was a simulation game, which, looking back, I can't keep up with most of those simulation games. I feel bad for not going back there in a while. I also feel bad because I have, this could also attribute to the fact that I don't check on my stuff as frequently as I can. Like, Animal Crossing, I feel bad for not checking on my villagers. Or, I'm trying to think what else there was. There was, there's mostly daily games that you have to go back to check on every now and then, but you just can't. So it just makes me feel bad. Then there was, what was it? After that, I got more games, like Super Mario 3D Land, Kid Icarus Uprising, which, to this day, I am so glad I got to play Kid Icarus Uprising. It made me fall in love with Pit a lot more than I thought I would. And by fall in love, I mean, fall in love with the character, and the whole cast, Palutena, Veridi, Lord Hades, all of them. It was a lot of fun. Super Mario 3D Land, which was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it was also generally easy, which you could say that a lot about of the other characters, but that's just me. Then after that, there was a bit of a time where I got to play more 3DS games. I had Fire Emblem Awakening, which I'm going to admit this right now. I am not good at Fire Emblem. In fact, isometric turn-based strategy games are probably my worst game genre to deal with. This includes Advance Wars, I'm so sorry. This includes Wargroove. Anything that is isometric and turn-based will probably not sit well with me. Now, you're probably thinking that there are some games that break the mold, and there's one, but I haven't played it yet, and that's Live Alive? Yeah, Live Alive. I want to give that a try sometime. But after getting Fire Emblem Awakening and stuff, I got to play, what else? That's when I got Animal Crossing New Leaf, and that was a lot of fun. I got more 3DS games at the time. Star Fox 64 3D came out, and I I love that. That's actually the first time I ever played Star Fox 64. Now that I think about it. Wow. That must have been a lot of fun. Years later, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, Pokemon X and Y, the works. That was so much fun. The last ever 3DS game I actively went out and got, though, wasn't actually given to me. It wasn't actually something I bought. It was given to me. It was Bravely Default, or Bravely Default. I haven't beaten it into its entirety, but I have played a lot of it, and I love it. I love Tiz. I love Agnes. I love Ring a Bell. I love Adia. They are all such a great, charming cast, and it's so good to play it. And the music, oh, the music. Oh, if you listen to some of the tracks, they're so amazing. Um, there's a lot that I could tell. Like Conflict's Chime is great. There's also That Person's Name Is. Those are all great. Um, Once that went all by, the 3DS started losing support and losing steam. So then I went to the actually asked for this. I asked for a Wii U, and I got it. I got Super Mario Maker. I got what else? Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, Pokken Tournament, Bayonetta 2, Sonic and Racing All Stars Transformed, DuckTales Remastered. But I did actually buy a Wii U game long after the Wii U lost support, and that was Star Fox Zero, because I wanted to see if it was as bad as people thought it was. I have yet to continue it, but I don't think it is bad. It is the worst thing ever. I am glad that Star Fox got a reboot on Switch. I think it was Switch 2. Yeah. I am happy about that, but I don't have it yet. I eventually do want to get it, because I want to play a Star Fox game. Great, this is making me want to boot up Star Fox. Star Fox 64 or something. But after all that, there was another gap where I got a PS4, and I got a lot of games for it, quite a few. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, which nowadays I want to boot that up again, because considering what PlayStation is going through, there's a lot to be desired for the discs, although I have it digitally. I have Marvel Spider-Man for PS4, Horizon Zero Dawn. I had, I think at one point I had Tetris Effect connected. I have the Kingdom Hearts collection, which includes like all the Kingdom Hearts games up to this point, including Kingdom Hearts 3, which I have yet to play. I don't know why I haven't gotten back to it, because I love Kingdom Hearts. I love the concept, and I haven't gotten back to it. It drives me mad. But Sora's one of my favorite characters, and I still freaked out about seeing him in like in Smash Brothers. But now he's in Fortnite. He's going to be in Fortnite, and his Keyblade is there too. Like, what the heck? What? Who gave the kid a gun? Who gave the kid a gun? There was a lot more than just that. I believe I played I think for a while I actually had a PS3 before this. But the PS4, going back to that, I have BioShock, which I have played a little bit of it. It's fun, but it's also very hard. I may need some help with that one. I did try Bloodborne. It's as hard as people say it is. I can't believe death is a requirement. Unbelievable. There was, oh gosh, there was plenty of others. The Ratchet and Clank reboot, which is not bad. The game is not bad. The movie, I watched it, it's okay. But I could understand why after that movie, they were just like, or Sony was just like, yeah, this isn't working for our franchises. Just book it, get out of here. And then they never made another animated movie again. So Sly Cooper lost out big. I still remember that test footage. That trailer, that would have looked good. I feel like a Sly Cooper movie could have been good, because there was a lot more story to that than there was. After the PS4 happened, then I got a Nintendo Switch, and I got, no joke, a bunch of games that it's almost crazy how many games I got. I remember getting, the first 4 games I got were Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think that was one of them. Splatoon 2 and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I believe those were the first 4 games I ever got for the Nintendo Switch. And out of all 4 of them, I love all 4. They're all fun. Years later, down the road, I got more games for it. I got plenty more. I got Mario Kart 8. Oh wait, no, I didn't get Breath of the Wild right away. I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That was the one. I never got Breath of the Wild until later. Then I got more games, like more Sonic games. I have Sonic Origins. I have Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, which I haven't touched in over a year at this point. I should probably give it another go. Smash Bros. Ultimate, which has easily been my most played game on the Switch, with over 950 plus hours. I think I might hit 1,000 plus soon. Yes, you can tell I love Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's probably my favorite game of all time. It's actually, and then there was the Switch getting me the Ori games. I had the Ori games. Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That's actually where I first played and experienced those games. Then I got to play some of them on Xbox and PC, and my goodness, they're so much better looking and so much better than they give credit for. It's amazing. Then there was there were Kirby games, Kirby Star Allies. There was Kirby and the Forgotten Land later on. Those games were all a lot of fun. I will not deny that the Nintendo Switch was probably my go-to console at first. Then the PS5 came out, and I never got it. I don't have it. I don't plan on getting it right now. Maybe, but I don't know right now, because Grand Theft Auto 6 is very tempting, but I do know the controversy behind it, and I talked about it recently, but I guess maybe I should point out that the game itself looks a lot of fun, but I'm still on the ropes. I know Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Final Fantasy VII Remake, which are... I played Remake a little bit. A lot of fun. Definitely want to give it another go. Probably on PC, though. And that's probably the point here. I have a good PC. I can run stuff like Final Fantasy VII Remake at good speeds. I can run Grand Theft Auto 5 just fine. Red Dead Redemption 2 runs like a dream. So, really, that's kind of why I haven't gotten a PS5. But I did get one system, and I got it for free, and that was the Xbox Series S. And I have a couple games on there, but most of them I already have on PC. The one game that I have on the console but do not have on PC is WWE 2K25. And before you go start screaming at me about owning a WWE 2K game, let me be clear. This was the WWE 2K game that introduced intergender wrestling. And that's kind of the whole selling point for me. I didn't care about anything else other than, oh, you can wrestle you can have the men wrestle the women and stuff. So you can make you could make a wrestler, name it Mario, and you can have it fight another wrestler named Princess Peach and stuff like that. It would be a lot of fun. That's sort of what I did there. It was good. I still have those. I still have some of them. I even have Spider-Man on my build. Then there was I also got experience to Tekken 7 there. Tekken 7 being a lot of fun. Although it is very hard for me to play because I'm not used to the controls. I'm so not used to the control scheme of being each button correlates to a body part. Like the X button relates to the right leg, the circle, the left leg, and stuff like that, and that's how you combine the buttons, and you have to make them work like that. I can never get behind that. I don't know why. It just doesn't vibe with me. Maybe that's just me. But on PC, right now, what I currently have is a PC, and I have Steam, and I have a lot of games I play. A lot. Not just my Steam library, which is over 240 games as of right now. Most of the games I got, a lot of fun. I think the latest game I bought off Steam was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, because it was on sale. The reboot, the remake, which I consider the last good Need for Speed game. Um, but it is currently my I've currently been playing that sometimes. I haven't touched it in a while. I should probably play it again. Just get some races done. Um, then there's also Bejeweled Twist, which I have a very good high score of 1,400,000 points. But I bet you there are others who have mastered it way more than I have. I just don't want to look it up. I play it on my casual time. And plenty of other Steam games like Capcom Arcade Stadium 1 and 2. I've gotten some free deals off of other games, like I have the whole Devil May Cry series. I want to get Kingdom Hearts for Steam. I've heard things about how the frames are different, but maybe I'll give it another go sometime. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. But in time, like the Steam library builds up. I have some games on Epic Games Store as well. I have what is it? I think I have like at one point I got Grand Theft Auto 5 via the Epic Games Store, which unfortunately that's the main way I play it. I have to open up the Epic Games launcher just to play Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay. But hey, I don't have that problem with GTA 4, so ha 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 ha. Although Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered is on Epic Games Store for me. But I do have the original games on Steam. All of them. I got the whole bundle of all the Eidos games. It was interesting. But a lot of games. And I hope this gives you an idea of who I am in terms of gaming. I love games a lot. It's probably why I considered making this a whole gaming podcast. But I had to bring up some important events at first. But maybe I'll stick to it. If any of you have any questions you want to ask me for the next episode of this podcast, leave a comment on the video. Subscribe if you want to see more episodes. Leave a like. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon. I'm Chrysocast. Thank you for watching the Chrysocast for this. And I'll see you all very soon. Signing off.